Welcome back to Healthy Relationships. If you recall, I mentioned that the three most important things are the three T's: time, talk, and touch. In this section, I want to talk to you about how important it is to address the time in your relationship. Intimacy, right? That's the big thing under time, talk, and touch. Almost every couple that comes in to see me, there's some kind of problem intimacy. On top of everything else. So we try to break it down into the time, the talk, and the touch. Time. Why is time important? There can be good time and bad time. So let's discuss that. If you take your 24 hours in your day, and you're to write down and follow this graph and say, okay, where do I spend my time? Where do I spend my work time? Maybe church activities, with my family, and then where's my partner time? What's very common when people do this is they break this down and the partner or spouse gets about 5% of their time. And some of that time's with other people like the kids. This chart here explains how we generally function in our relationships. There's three different zones: a high performance zone, an optimal zone, and a recovery zone. What it's showing here is ideally in your relationship, you're going to be working in your optimal zone. But at times when you're at work, you tend to push yourself into the high performance, the high engagement, the excitement zone. You're functioning at a high level, you're engaged, all cylinders are firing. You might even be funny, like you're just like engaged in connection. You're going after problems. When you come home, generally what happens is you see the next slide here is you fall down into the recovery zone where you have a low performance, low engagement, and low excitement. It's very common for that energy to, what goes up comes down, right? And so you're like down, you're like in recovery mode, and you're bouncing around in recovery mode for a little while before you can engage and start moving into the green zone of like, okay, now I'm back, I can connect. Why is this important? Is we talk about timing is everything. And when I see a lot of complaints and relationships, arguments, I'll ask them, explain to me the last argument. And it's not uncommon. It's like right when I got home, right in the middle of, like, I wasn't in the green zone yet. I went from work to recovery and past willing to talk to my wife about money or something happened with the kids, and I'm down in recovery. I need some time. One thing in my relationship and my wife, done for a long time, as soon as when I get home, she like, go change your clothes, go get on your sweats, go relax for a minute. Dinner's cooking. We'll have dinner in, 30 minutes or whatever. So just give me a little bit of time before you hit me with everything. Pay attention to this. And then over a little bit of time, you can get back into the green zone where you're optimally going to be able to work in relationship. When we talk about time, like how much time do you spend with others at work? So you need to ask yourself that. And do you spend more time with a specific person? During those highs of things that are happening, you need to be careful in what your potential high energy zone is happening with somebody from that might have a romantic connection with too. Sometimes partners, the opposite sex, have some like real exciting things happen in that zone, and you need to be careful because what happens when I'm having those exciting events, when I come back home, I'm in a recovery zone. It's boring, it's difficult, it's frustrating, it's bills. I'm tired, I'm emotionally drained, it's boring. Sometimes couples can get, work is fun, home is boring. Maybe I should do more work. And that's no good. Here's the tip. Evaluate the amount of time you spend with others. Pay attention to that. Now I need you to go share this with somebody else so that you can retain it at a deep level.